Just a reminder that I will be muting everybody in the beginning of this meeting. And after the initial meditation, you're welcome to unmute yourself and explore whatever questions, whatever you would like to share. I usually don't get to see the chat box, so sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's best not to pose a question in the chat box, but if you prefer to use the chat box to pose a question, just bring it to my attention. Let me know that you have a question in the chat box, and then I will go to it. So if we could, just for now, sit comfortably and turn our attention to the peace, our innate nature, the peace that we are. Relax. You can welcome your experience just as it is, no effort. Nothing to pursue. We're not trying to feel better or to get a better state of mind or reach any particular experience. Simply rest. Welcome yourself, welcome your experience, welcome everything. Just be this welcoming space that you already are. In everything that we do, we are seeking peace and happiness. And here we are, right now. As this effortless presence. As presence, you don't need to bring in the past. Because presence is not in time. Whatever appears to you as time, this bundle of thoughts and images. In the nowness, in presence, in truth. You don't exist in time. In this moment, these words that you are hearing, that you're perceiving, They appear and disappear in a flash. You cannot capture that which you experience, like the smell of a rose. Or the glitter of the sun rays on the surface of the pond. They don't leave a trace. It's a fresh arising, instant by instant, moment by moment. Which is God's whisper. The unending whisper, the creativity of the infinite. Within this creativity, there is no separate self. It's just creation. And the perception of the creation simultaneously. Arising and the perceiving as one. And in this arising and simultaneous perceiving, is the love, the oneness, the intimacy. The zero space, nothing lacking, nothing to attain. It's all right there, revealed perfectly as it is, as your very self, as the indivisible being awareness. It is when we meet, free from the past, free from images, when we meet ourselves freshly, not as a train of thoughts or a storyline. And when we meet each other transparently, without carrying a storyline about each other, without the past or the future, we meet each other, we recognize each other as one in this moment of intimacy, the moment of meeting, where there is no separation. So notice in this moment your indivisibility, your unicity, wholeness. Nothing can be removed or added to your experience. In your life, nothing is happening to you. Whatever appears, appears to you, but doesn't happen to you. Like the weather, the sunshine, the rain, the wind, the song of birds, the sound of traffic, the sensation of your feet on the ground. They appear to you, but nothing is happening to you. The self-improvement business is a folly. It assumes that you are some object that can be polished or tarnished. Can be improved or deteriorate. How can awareness, how can consciousness, which is non-phenomenal, be improved or become a better awareness? Whatever you're trying to improve is just phenomenal. You may try to improve your job, your bank account, the health of this body. But don't mistake the improvement of your bank account or your body to have anything to do with you. Except if you assume yourself to be some object. If you assume yourself to be a stale form, that is appearing and disappearing, you perceive the body as bodily sensations. You perceive the body as images, as memories. But you are not that which you perceive, right? And yet you are. You are, but you are not something. I am, but I am not an object or a form or a body-mind that exists in time and space. When you mistake yourself to be a male form or a female form, or somebody that exists in time and space, you are subject to conditions. You experience yourself to be a cork on the surface of the ocean. as if you fell off the boat and you're swimming as hard as you can to get back on the boat in the ocean. It's pretty miserable, isn't it? So we can ask ourselves, do we need to leave this moment, this fresh moment of being, this presence? Do we need to leave it and become somebody? Somebody popular, somebody loved, or somebody failing, trying hard to succeed? Is that the storyline that you want to take yourself to be? You could, of course, you could, but it's pretty miserable, isn't it? How about being, not knowing? With nobody behind the scene hoping for something. Nobody behind the scene planning, well, I'm going to practice being, not knowing, and I'll get somewhere. Because that's the illusion of somebody practicing something, doing something, which is just images and thoughts that maintain the separate self, maintain the sense of separation and isolation, which is unhappy. Could it be that peace and happiness is already that which we are, not something that we can attain in some distant future? And if so, what's in the way? What's in the way of peace? Could it be that we have some images or ideas how things should be? What if we don't hold on to any ideas about how things should be? Have you explored that in this moment? Just to notice if there are any conditions about how things should be, how we should feel, how life should appear to us, how our government should be, how our neighbors should be. What if we press the pause button on and simply be? No strategy, no personal goal, which belongs to the illusory person. Because in fact, you're not a person. The person appears to you, but you're not. the person which appears to you. You're not the body, the mind which appears to you. Right? So what's in the way of peace right now? When I have no conditions, when I'm transparent, when I'm not knowing, being not knowing, this open field of being, of love, of openness. Because if we get in the protection business, it's unending. Protecting this, protecting that. What's the point of? After all, we know everything is impermanent, and there is an order somehow that makes the sun shine. Well, galaxies, cosmic fields, atomic realms, and magnetic fields. These are just concepts. There is, they show a dance, a vibration, like these words, and hearing these words, it's just a vibration. Sounds, just a vibration of the space. Somehow expresses a meaning. And there is understanding. Isn't that amazing? Is that something that you're doing? Are you making the space vibrate? Are you making the hearing? Are you as a person doing that? Are you as a person regulating your heartbeat and the billion other events that are happening within the body, within your body, within the space, within the world? Are you this personal orchestrator of all that? Are you, as a person, prepping the next thought, designing it? Or is it all appearing right now freshly? Not out of some mysterious realm. It's appearing right here, right now. Out of what? What is that is real right now? Because whatever is appearing must appear out of its reality, out of its essence. What is it right now that is the essence? That is the reality, that is absolute? Is it not consciousness? What we refer to as I, not I, this body, this muscular or not so muscular body. I, awareness, I, the infinite, invisible, that which perceives, that which is, the Satchitananda. So this perception belongs to its reality, which is I awareness, I consciousness, you see. That's where the freshness is. The creation, which is not in time. Okay, so if anything that you would like to explore, any questions, please make sure you unmute your mic and turn your video on if you care to. So anything you'd like to explore.
Hi, Magdi.
Yes, hello, Indram.
Thank you again for your profound words. They really help to cut through the untruth and the layers of conditioning. Now, you mentioned the appearances and disappearances and the train of thought. Now, I've got a scenario here. Say last night I had a pizza and I couldn't finish it all. I put it in the fridge. Next morning, like right now, I open the fridge door and I see 2 slices left. Now, me eating the pizza yesterday, did it really happen?
Well, so what is the me that you refer to when you refer to me? What are you referring to? It's a good question, right? I mean, a good question to ask myself. So
me as a person, that's what I refer to. So at this point of time, right at this moment, I see 2 slices of pizza.
Yes.
In cups.
Yes.
So the assumption that yesterday, in the past, I had all the other slices.
Yes.
That's my evidence, so to speak.
Right. So you open the refrigerator, there are 2 slices of pizza. I perceive 2 slices of pizza. And I also perceive the thought that may say, did I eat 3 slices last night? Let me repeat. So you open the refrigerator, I perceive 2 slices of pizza. Yes, we agree?
Yeah.
Yes. And then I perceive the thought that says, did I eat 3 slices of pizza yesterday, right? We're on board, we agree?
Yes.
So these are the facts, right? Because I'm perceiving the thought and in the thought says that I'm perceiving. I perceive the thought, right? Did I eat 3 slices yesterday? Now I'm just going to brainstorm here, okay? I could ask myself the question, in that thought that says, did I eat 3 slices yesterday? Which is a question, thought as a question. I could, for example, perceive the next thought. What is this I in that thought? Did I eat 3 slices yesterday? What is the I? So I'm inviting myself now to sort of, I'm playing, okay? I'm inviting myself to the question. What is the I that, or what is the I that is the eating a slice of, right now I'm eating a slice of pizza. Let's say right now I'm eating a slice of pizza. So the question is, what is the I that is eating the slice of pizza? Imagine, okay, imagine you're holding a slice, you're biting into the pizza. There is sensation. Sensation, yes, there is sensation. Where do you perceive an I? Where do you perceive somebody eating a pizza? You would perceive somebody eating a pizza as a thought. It's possible. I'm not saying it's always the case, but as I'm eating the pizza, your experience is, one could say, sensations, right?
Right.
Now, if and when a thought arises saying, I'm eating a pizza, then I could say, hey, there is a thought that is appearing to me that says, I am eating a pizza. And I could believe that thought or not. In my case, I prefer not to believe the thoughts. I'd rather just enjoy the pizza. Just enjoy the pizza. Who cares about he's eating, but who's eating? I'm eating, you're not eating. Did I eat? Did I not eat? If I'm hungry, I can sense the hunger. I sense the hunger, or the pleasure. The image may arise. I may not be very hungry, but somehow maybe a smell or an image appears to me about the pizza, and so I walk towards the refrigerator. I find the pizza. I heat it. Now enjoy the pizza. Right? The I that is eating the pizza is an add-on. There is no body, no I eating the pizza. There is nobody eating the pizza. I'm not denying that there can be a narrative that I am eating a pizza. I ate the pizza. My wife did not eat the pizza. That's fine. It's okay. It's part of the storyline, part of the play, you know. But we're not talking about the storyline here. We're talking about reality. We're talking about truth, because we all know the storyline. He has $50,000. I have $25,000. He has a yellow Mercedes. I have a blue Honda. We know the storyline, which is fine. I'm not anti-storylines. What I'm talking about is believing that there is an I, that there is some I, some personal self who is eating a pizza. Believing it. I have no problem with telling you, okay, hey, look, I had 3 slices. You had 4. Yeah, okay. That's a way of speaking. But believing that I am the body-mind, that consciousness, because I is consciousness. That which hears these words right now is not Indran, the body. The body doesn't hear. I hear. The ears don't hear. The ears don't say, oh, the right ear says, hello, I'm hearing. How are you hearing? You on this side. The left ear goes, oh, I'm hearing. Okay, too. Okay, good. So that which hears is I hear, right?
Yes.
The nose doesn't smell. The tongue doesn't taste. I'm not denying the functions of the senses. I use the metaphor often of the binoculars. The binoculars, when you use the binoculars, you can see a bird 300 yards away, like if the bird is 2 yards away. But it's not the binoculars who are perceiving. It's not the binoculars who are seeing the bird. You are seeing the bird. The bird watcher is perceiving. Let's say. So it's not, there is no I as a person who is eating the pizza.
Okay, I get that. I get that it's just sensations happening as I'm eating. But really, what I want to get to is the timelessness of it. So if I look at a leftover pizzas, there's a assumption that yesterday something happened, an event happened that took it from 8 slices to 2, right? My question is, did that really happen? Or is it just an illusion in time?
Well, a good metaphor is, of course, the night dream. You know, the night dream, you can eat 10 slices of pizza, you can win $1 million, you wake up in the morning, you're still hungry, and you look in your bank account, you know, you still, you know, have whatever you had yesterday, you know, before you went to sleep. The waking state is not simple, it's not different. It's not different, except that it's a different state in that the duration and the continuity is different. Like when you throw a teeny tiny grain of sand, grain of sand in the lake, you can barely perceive a ripple, right?
Yes.
But let's say you take a stone of 1 pound, 1 pound stone, and you throw it in the pond. You're going to hear ploof, and you're going to see ripples for maybe 40 seconds. The grain of sand is the dream state. You don't hear ploof. You barely see a ripple. The stone is the waking state. They are different, you could say, because the impact of the stone, the ripples that the stone produces, is very different from the ripples that the grain of sand produces, but only in intensity, not in the quality, not in its essence, only in the on the phenomenon. Huh?
How subtle it is.
Yes, yes. In the dream state, it's more subtle. Yes, it's more subtle and less A, B, C, D. No, it could have A, W, Z, V, M, MG. You know, it's hoppy. It hops around. In the waking state, it's more like A, B, C, sort of. You know, but when you look closer in the waking state, you know, for example, scientifically, when you examine the waking experience, the phenomenal experience, you find that from the perspective of the instrument that you are using, it can appear to be A, B, C. But if you choose a different instrument, then you'll hear, so, wait, what happened to A, B, C? You know, it's totally different. If you use X-ray instruments, if you use electronic microscope instrument, it depends on the instrument.
Yes.
The human instrument is a particular instrument. It has a certain range of reach and of diffraction, and you know, right? But imagine that our eyes were prisms, were a prism, for example, or if our eyes were like the eyes of the, what's the name of that lizard? There is a lizard that has those eyes that they can perceive. You understand what I'm saying, yes, about that?
I do.
Yes. So in terms of the pizza, it's a relative. It's a relative. From what perspective you are looking, you see. So yes, if you are looking from the perspective of, okay, pizza is 12 slices, and now 1, 2, 3 are 10, 10 minus 12 minus 10, 2. Okay, from that perspective, yes, okay. So, but because you are asking about reality, and in reality, the pizza, when we're experiencing the pizza, you have to look at your experience. In your experience of the pizza is a perception, sensation. But perception and sensation, thoughts, they refer to their reality. The reality of your experience is consciousness. Of experience is consciousness. So on a relative level, yes, I ate 4 slices. Did I eat 4 slices yesterday? Yes, I ate 4 slices yesterday. Is there proof of it? Yes. I was, in the living room, and I walked in, I saw you, and I took a picture of you. Here's a photo, of you eating 3 slices.
So this is, Magdi, so this is where I want to see. So this photo,
yes,
evidence,
yes,
supposedly, but it's appearing in my consciousness now.
Yes.
Right? And there is nothing besides the now.
Yes, absolutely. But at the same time, we don't deny the world. In other words, there is the mind of now, which is just awareness. But there is also a pizza. I mean, I'm not perceiving the pizza now, but there is a pizza. How do I know there is a pizza? Because Tara can open a refrigerator and tell me, hey, Magdi, I'm going to send you a picture on your phone of the pizza, and she'll send me a picture of the pizza. So yes, there is a pizza. And yes, it's 8 slices instead of 12. I cannot deny that. But what we need to be clear about is there's the reality of the pizza. The reality of the world is not, it doesn't exist outside of consciousness. The reality of the pizza is consciousness. So the pizza, the world, is real as consciousness. It's not real as a world of its own. The pizza doesn't exist on its own, or the galaxies don't exist on their own as a galactic reality independent of the cosmos, and the cosmos as it exists of its own, independent of the vaster realm, and the vaster realm doesn't exist on its own outside of consciousness. Nothing exists on its own outside of its reality. Everything refers to its reality. Its essence, its beingness, its essence. Yes, everything refers to its essence, and there is one essence, one reality. Now, it's important to be clear about that, because if you believe there are many realities, then we need to talk some more. We need to have a conversation about it. But if you're clear that there is one reality, one essence, one Brahman, one absolute, one essence. If you are clear about that, then that's good, because then we can agree that the pizza is real. The fact that you ate 3 pizzas, you know, the 3 slices yesterday, blah, 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 blah. And there is proof of that because we have the receipt that you paid for the pizza. You know, here is the proof. We look in the trash, we find the box of the pizza. Is there more proof of you know, of that? Plus photos of the party with you and your friends when you were eating the pizza. It's all this evidence. We're not going to say, oh no, the world is illusion, blah, blah, blah. There is no one, there's only now. Yes, there's only now as the reality of consciousness, but everything else, the world, body, mind, is made out of this essence. A good example of that is this perception, because this perception, in a way, is similar to eating the pizza. Right now, here we are eating a pizza, talking. If you look at this experience right now, this experience right now is made out of what? Is it not made out of yourself? You could say, yes, there's also Magdi, there's also hearing, there's also my feet on the ground, there's also the screen, blah, blah, blah. But is that not all of that, is that not made out of yourself? Of awareness. Can you take the sensation of your feet out of consciousness right now? Can you remove part of your perception right now out of consciousness? In fact, you can't. You can have stories about it. Yes, I can, but I don't know. I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm just speaking for myself. In fact, I can't. So yes, this moment is eating the pizza moment, where yes, there is a reality to our conversation. We're not having conversation. We are having conversation, which is consciousness having a conversation with itself via body-mind called Magdi and Indran. And what is consciousness talking about via the body-mind Magdi and Indran? Is talking about itself. It's talking about consciousness. Of course, we could have a conversation about something else. We could talk about our family, about, you know, our hobbies, but right now we're talking about consciousness. So the key thing, because I think there's something really important in your question, Indran, which is that we do not deny the reality of mind, the reality of thoughts, images, meditations, the creative capacity of our creativity. We do not deny the world. We do not deny, you know, the existence of New York City, of the planet Mars, etc. We do not deny this. We just do not attribute a separate reality to the world, body, mind, outside of the reality of consciousness, one reality. So once we understand that, then there is a living as that, because there is, it's dynamic. It's not just like, consciousness is not static, it's dynamic. Look how it's now talking, the weather, the sounds in the distance, it's dynamic. So once we understand that, then we start to sense the dynamism of consciousness via this body mind, via the world, via whatever we experience, as that one consciousness. That is one consciousness. So then within that understanding, then the previous model where I'm a separate entity with worries and concerns and troubles and hoping for happiness somewhere, looking somewhere. That model, it doesn't fit within the model of one reality, dynamic, alive, because there isn't a separate me or a separate self in that realm that is praying for salvation and hoping it will live another 20 years, you know. So then we come to the understanding of what we mean by eternity, our death, our deathlessness, our deathlessness, that we do not die, because where would we go? I mean, in that totality, it's not like there is a trash can somewhere, you know, in different universes. And then when we die, we go to the recycling center, you know, it's one reality, you say. And I know it goes against the older model of I am somebody, and of course I'm going to die. That older model of I am somebody. But we are coming to a new understanding. It's important to come to clarity about your understanding and own your understanding. Not to borrow understanding from somebody else, but come to your own understanding that I does not refer to body-mind. I does not refer to an image or memory or a perception or a sensation or a bundle of sensations or a story. I is this moment, which is not in time. Because how can there be time in this moment? How can there be a past and a future in now? Past is before and future is after, right? So now then has to be the eternity, right? Not like, oh, no, now it's finished and now we're in the future. We're never in the future. And we're never in the past. It's not possible. It's not our experience. It's a model. It's a model. The past and future are a useful model. Yesterday's pizza, a useful model. That's where I can tell you, hey, Indram, don't bother go to the refrigerator because the other 3 slices you left yesterday, I ate them. So it's a useful model. You know, so then you will not waste your time and go to the kitchen. You will order Thai food or something, whatever. I don't know. You will do something else. So we have to be careful that we're not saying the world is an illusion, the body is an illusion, there was no pizza, nobody ate a pizza, blah, blah, blah. No, come on. We're not neurotics, you know. Not yet. Hopefully never. Yeah, did address your question?
Yes, thank you. That was helpful. Yeah, it's
okay.
as always, you give the clarity and perspective.
Yes, yes.
Hello, Magdi.
Hello, George. Yes, hi, George.
Can I continue on with the pizza? I'm kind of
Yes.
hungry and I'd love to discuss
Yes.
pizza. I
Sure.
think I'd love to eat one more.
Me too. I
With
like.
regard to the pizza, I'm not sure I understand the distinction. You say, I smell pizza. I see the pizza. I taste the pizza, but not I eat the pizza.
Yes, yes.
I think the only distinction that I can understand is that the eating is an action which the body mind takes, as opposed to the perceptions. Do I have that right? I'm not sure I understand that distinction.
Well, okay. So, yeah, let's say that I smell the pizza. I mean, via the nose and the.
Yeah, via the nose, yes.
Yeah. So, I smell the pizza. I taste the pizza. Right. So there is sensation. I see the pizza. There is a perception. And but what is I ate the pizza? Let's eat a slice right now, okay? Go for it. Okay? Okay. So describe to me, what is this I ate the pizza? It's a sensation, right? It's a sensation. You're perceiving a sensation, yes?
Well, yeah, I'm perceiving the taste of the pizza, the texture of the pizza.
That's what we call I'm eating the pizza, or I ate the pizza. It's
right.
Basically I'm experiencing a sensation, I'm perceiving a sensation.
Right.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not denying that we perceive sensations.
But I thought you said earlier
that I'm saying that there isn't somebody eating a pizza.
There isn't an I who's eating the pizza.
Yeah, there is a perception of a sensation.
But there is an I who smells the pizza. There's an I who tastes.
Again, I smell the pizza. I smell the pizza means a sensation. I'm perceiving a sensation. It's not a perceptual sensation, but the senses include seeing, hearing, smelling, touching,
tasting.
Yes?
Yes.
So you can bundle all of them in the term sensation. So I perceive sensations. For example, in fact, I'll come to that point later. Let me continue. So I perceive sensation, right? The sensation could be divided into smell. Let's say I close my eyes and my ears and just smell. Then I'm just experiencing a sensation as smell. Or if I close my nose, my ears, and I just look, then I'm experiencing the sensation as perception, etc. Right? Now, there is no body, no separate body, no separate self who is eating the pizza or who is looking at the pizza or who is smelling the pizza. So as a way of speaking, we say, I consciousness, perceive. I perceive. That is my direct experience, I perceive. But it's not my direct experience that I am eating.
That's what I'm asking about, okay?
Well, you tell me. You tell me. Is it your direct experience? And I'm emphasizing direct experience now here, George.
I understand.
I know you're getting me. Is it your direct experience that you're eating, or is it a thought?
Okay. Is it my direct experience that I'm eating? No, I guess it's an indirect experience.
Okay, I can go for that. It's an inference.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to make that distinction because I can feel the pizza in my mouth, and that's a direct experience.
But
I can feel that pressure of my teeth biting down on it.
Yes,
that's a direct experience.
Yes, yes.
And all these direct experiences I want to summarize by I'm eating.
Okay, so that's a summary. It's not your direct experience. It's a summary. So it's a model. You're saying, okay, let me create a book, and the title of the book, I am eating. So okay, fine. So you choose this. That's not your direct experience that you're eating.
Okay.
It's not your direct experience. It's because when you say I am eating, in that case, you're not referring to your direct experience. You're referring to some formulation, which is okay. I'm not against language, okay? But it's not, if you want to get closer to your experience, then you would say the sensation is a sensation. And in fact, that's very interesting, George. When you are, quotes unquote, experiencing a sensation, you're not experiencing another sensation. When you're experiencing sensation A, you're not experiencing sensation B, right?
Right, but I'm also not experiencing, right, but I'm also not experiencing pizza.
Right.
Pizza is also just an inference.
Yes, exactly. That's you're jumping ahead of me. So when you're experiencing sensation A, you're not experiencing sensation B, right?
I think that's right. I'm not sure.
No.
Can I smell and hear at the same time? I think so. No, I'm looking at you and hearing you at the same time. Am I not? I see you on the screen, and looks like it appears that I am seeing and hearing at the same time.
Let me go back to when you're perceiving sensation A, you're not perceiving sensation B. So if sensation A is hearing and perceiving at the same time, let's call it sensation A.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you now.
When
Yes.
you're experiencing sensation A, you're not experiencing sensation B, right?
Okay, yes. If you consider hearing and seeing as one sensation, yes.
Okay.
Right.
So therefore we experience one sensation at a time. I got you that it could be hearing, seeing, and whatever.
Right.
So we experience one sensation at a time. So therefore, given that we don't experience two different sensations at the same time, we can't compare them, because when we experience sensation A, in order to experience sensation B, sensation A has to be gone. Not partially gone, not 40% gone, not 75% gone, 100% gone. Otherwise, there would be an overlap. There would be two jockeys on the same horse.
Yes, I got it. Yes.
So therefore, in fact, in our direct experience, comparing is BS.
Yes.
So therefore, talking about sensation A and sensation B is BS, because how can we talk about sensation A and sensation B? Because sensation B is gone. We're talking about an echo.
Yes.
So we're talking about sensation A and an echo of sensation B. What's an echo of sensation B? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. So it's very interesting, because if we pursue this line of conversation we're having now about experience and sensations, we find that in fact, and I'm gonna go for it, that in fact there are no sensations.
You better explain that. Okay. You may have gone too far. Please proceed.
Sensation A only exists vis-a-vis sensation B. Blue, the color blue exists vis-a-vis the color red. Imagine everything is blue. Imagine that your experience is just blue. Then you could say there is no color. For the fish doesn't say there is water, or I'm swimming in the water.
Right.
But we speak of water and air. But if we are a fish. There is no air and there is no water.
Right.
So in fact, now we're really pushing it. When it comes to consciousness, even sensations is a pedagogical way of speaking. Because as consciousness, we don't experience two sensations. We're experiencing the wholeness, the totality. We're experiencing consciousness. Consciousness is always experiencing itself. It's never experiencing parts of itself. The ocean isn't experiencing this wave and that wave and this wave. It's the ocean oceaning, or ocean. It's the consciousness consciousnessing. Which pedagogically we speak about sensations. The reason why we speak about sensations, about perceptions and thoughts, we try to take our experience from the psychological realm, the realm of the conceptual realm, to the directness. This is what we say, the direct path. In the direct path, we come straight to, okay, what is our experience? Well, my experience is my life and this and my mother and my father, and say, okay, fine, I got you. Meaning thoughts, right? No, I'm suffering and so on. Oh, sensations, you mean, right? No, it's not that. It's like they stole my money on, what are you talking about? You're speaking about your experiences, sensations, thoughts, or perceptions. At some point, I start to get it. I go from my life, my story, my mother, my brother. I come to, wait a minute, you're right. I'm experiencing thoughts, images, memories, sensations, perceptions. Contraction in the body, I'm unhappy. Okay, it's a sensation. No, it's not a sensation. I'm suffering. Oh, suffering. So you have a story that I am suffering. No, it's not a thought. I'm actually suffering. You don't know I'm actually suffering. Oh, you're actually suffering, meaning you're actually sensing something, a strong sensation. No, I'm not experiencing the strong sensation. I'm suffering, darn it. You don't get it? That's when we are being stubborn, Right. But we're patient. After a while, we start to argue less and less. We start to realize that, okay, in fact, we are experiencing sensations, perceptions, and thoughts. And the me story, the me belief. The me belief, it's a big one. Because the me belief comes in and says, there is a problem. Oh, and because, we are problem solvers, As soon as we hear there is a problem, here we are. Okay, let's solve the problem. What's the problem? Him and her and she and this and that. Oh, we got to do something about it, But when you bring a problem here, you say there's a problem, him and her say, wait a minute. Don't play the distraction game. Don't play the evasion game. What problem are you experiencing? Him and her, no. What problem are you experiencing? I'm unhappy. Okay, now we have something to talk about. You're unhappy. So we need to look into your unhappiness. Well, I'm unhappy because of him and her. Okay, fine, that's a nice story. But there may be another possibility why you're unhappy. Because you know what? You have zero control over him and her, the government and the virus and the weather and the gravity of, you have zero control. Zero, not 0.1, zero control. You have zero control, okay? But because we are unhappy, then we need to look in the different direction. So we start looking in the different direction. I'm going all over the place, George. The point I wanted to make is the following, is that pedagogically, there is a pedagogical language in which we're engaged here. In fact, all is well as it is.
Yes.
There's nothing to teach, there's nothing to say, there's nothing to share. But because we experience some angst, we experience some unhappiness, we remain in a conversation until this conversation is no longer needed. And then we just get together to say, hey, George, how are you? How are you doing? How is everything? When are you going to visit? You know, whatever. Because we, right? Right. So in terms of who is eating the pizza, no one is eating the pizza. Who is perceiving the screen? No one is perceiving the screen. No one. Because there is no one. There is no separate self anywhere. The separate self is an add-on, which is consciousness creating this add-on as it play. But everything is consciousness. Everything is consciousness. Okay, you want to divide consciousness into perceptions, sensations, and thoughts? Okay. You want to divide consciousness into the various galaxies? Okay, here's this galaxy. That other galaxy is so many billion light years away, blah, blah. Okay, it's a game. The game of life. The game of life is what we are doing all the time. We are the game of life, which is the game of consciousness. Life is the game of consciousness. It's consciousness playing with itself, as itself, the creativity, the freedom, the joy. And the freedom, the joy, the beauty, and the love belong to us.
Yes, very good. It seems to me a simple two-word summary of the game is to savor being.
Savor being, yes.
Once we do that, there's nothing else to do.
Savor being, you know, and you know,
being.
And
Yes.
you know what is it that is savoring being?
Being is savoring being.
Being itself, being is savoring being.
That's what, yes.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Magdi.
Yes, yes,
Thank you.
yes. Okay, that was taking now the house. Hi, Holger.
Magdi, I'm a little bit concerned. I understand your pizza example.
Yes.
And I can follow your train of thoughts.
Yes.
But I don't know if it applies to salad as well.
To where? To salad? No, don't mess with the salad. Tara loves her salad.
Just thank you. It's beautiful to be here.
Thank you, Holger. You know, happiness, peace, and happiness is simple. Is what we are. Is once you remove all your stories and your complications, and you're holding on to the past and this and that, life it's happening, and we are that. We are that. We are that. There's nothing coming and going, nothing being added or removed from the totality. It's all God's creation, your perception. Here it is, moment by moment, your creation, your perception. But you are this transparent presence. You are not created. You are the creator, the perceiver. But you're not created. None of us has the experience of being created. We may have a belief, but our experience is not that we are created. How could you experience that you are created? You have to be there experiencing being created. You know what I mean? You cannot be created and be experiencing that you are created. Right? It's not possible. So more and more relax into being, relax into just being, not knowing. Relax. Invite yourself to this relaxation. Don't worry about the understanding. It's there. You already have the understanding. Just relax. Relax your body. Relax. Don't worry about tomorrow, about this, about that. Just respond to the situation as they arise the best you can, and then leave it to the infinite. Play, enjoy, celebrate. And to celebrate, you can't be worried and concerned and celebrate at the same time, you see. You have to value everything equally. Because if you value something above something else, it becomes a worry, some sort of worry. You love everything equally. It's already being loved. It's already being loved. It wouldn't appear if it wasn't loved. Okay. Well, love you all. Thank you for your lovely company and your love, your presence, your friendship. Holger, Indran, Walter, Desmond. Yes, Pina. Great.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Magdi.
Yes, Holly. Hola, Maria. ¿Cómo está?
Hi.
George. Esther. Lisa. Cecilia. Hello, Cecilia. Frank. Marga. Jenny. And Jim. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Frank and everybody. Grace and all of you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Magdi.
Thank you.
Thank you, Magdi. Time to eat pizza.
Don't mess with the salad, okay?
Yeah, with the salad.
Thank you, man.